All right, so we are being asked to find the conjugate of an acid or a base. So essentially, the conjugate is naming what you have on the product side after your acid has donated a proton or after your base has accepted a proton. Okay, so the general rule is the conjugate, if I could write, conjugate base of an acid is formula of acid minus an H plus because it has donated its proton, right? And we can do the same to work out the conjugate acid of a base. So that would be the formula of the base, plus an H plus. So you don't even have to recognize what the acid or the base is. You could have never seen it before in your life, but if you know that you have a base and it's going to be accepting a proton, then you can just stick a proton on it, and vice versa, if you have an acid but you know is donating a proton, even if you've never met that acid before. Oh, it's phosphinic acid. What is that? I don't know. But you can just delete a proton and get the formula of the conjugate base. Okay, so let's see, we've got H2SO4, which is our acid. So if it donates a proton, it's going to lose one hydrogen and it's going to lose 1+1 charge. So we'll end up with HSO4, and the charge on that will be -1, HSO4 minus. Okay, what's our next acid? HSO4 minus. So if we lose another proton from that, remember you've got to take off the hydrogen and a positive charge. So it'll be SO4, and then the charge on that will be 2 minus. That's the sulfate anion, right? You can see those oxyanions and how they're related to acids, right? NH4 plus the ammonium cation. So if we lose a H plus, we'll just end up with NH3. All right, so let's look at our bases. So a base will accept an H plus. So we're going to increase the number of hydrogens and we're going to increase the charge by 1. So H2PO4 minus is going to go to H3PO4. Ooh, phosphoric acid. Um, and then the carbonate ion, so we'll add a hydrogen and CO3. Don't forget to adjust the charge. That's now a -1 charge, not a -2 charge, because we increase the charge by 1. And H2O, if it loses a hydrogen and a +1 charge, will give us the hydroxide ion. All right, so that's all you have to do. Even if it's a really weird acid or base you've never met before, you know how to write its conjugate base or conjugate acid.